So, what have I just gone and grabbed? Well, a little bit of a backstory here for you first. Last year on my GGBO build, I started with the top wood, even though I bought the body and the top from the same supplier. Whilst that worked, probably should have done the body first. Well, I've gone and done it again. I bought the top wood first. Now, there's a reason for this. Finding body wood for a flying V, no problem. The shape of this, the angles of it, are very close to a standard flying V anyway. So, and I know the exact width I need and the exact length, so that's not a problem. But finding top wood that's big enough for a flying V, especially this kind of one, a little bit hard. So I would just keep scrolling through eBay, and then I'd find one, and go out start. So I got close to like starting GGBO, and I was scrolling through eBay, and I found this, and I could not pass up on it. One, it was the only one left, and two, me and Christ both fell in love with it. What am I talking about? We are talking about this beautiful thing. So we have this absolutely beautiful, very obvious old tabletop. I'm going to get some close-up shots for you. But according to the description, this is allegedly a 100-year-old black walnut. And it is just, the figuring on it is absolutely insane. This is why we couldn't pass up on it, and it was the only one left, and I've been searching for such a long time. As you can see from the back of it there, very, very obvious it used to be an old tabletop. It is a little bit bowed, you'll see, you know, very big flex in it there. But the main thing is you'll see is the old varnishes on it. That's what my first job is now. I've got to sand the living hell out of this thing to get it back to the bare wood. This is taking a very long time just to get through this top layer. Pick this up when I'm a lot further along. Right, well, I'm going to call this quits for now, but as you can see, it is a lot better than the last time you saw it, but this is what's happening to my sandpaper. So it is literally getting clogged up because obviously there is that many layers of finish and varnish and stuff on it, but I have managed to get at least over 50% done. The problem is that first pass that you saw me do, I was using all my 60, 80, you know, the coarser grit sandpaper. Well, all of them have ended up looking like this. So, looks like I need to go out and buy some more sandpaper. Before I go though, I'm just going to show you the figuring on this thing, because whereas before I saw some bits that really stood out, they look even nicer now. So this bit here, this was one of the main things that stood out to me and Craig, but it looks even better now that I've taken the finish off. There's still a little bit left over, and then same with this side, but once I took everything off, there's just this bit here, it just looks so nice. You can see now like the areas where I need to give it a lot more attack to it, but the joys of only having, I'm at the point where I've only got 150 sandpaper left, so it's not really doing much. This is what I resorted to. Agitating the finish, scraping it off with a razor blade, and part of it with this ruler as well. I'm going to go buy some more sandpaper. I'll talk to you all soon. Well, it's been a hot minute, but I have finally got some more sandpaper. So we have some 40 grit and some 60 grit. That should be enough to get through the last of it. As you can tell here, there isn't really much left to do. We've just got these main areas here. So it's about high time we get this top sanded to where it needs to be. So I think I've got everything off. Moment of truth, I am going to just cover this in some water. So I've got up to 320. And I did this when I took it up to probably about 180, I think. There's a little section here. So let's just see if I've got all the varnish off. Now I know roughly where I want, what pieces I want to use. So I'm going to start there first. Oh yes. Alright. This wood is just so nice. I don't understand why it was covered in, well, I understand kind of for a tabletop, but you know. Why is covered in so much varnish. It hides all the figuring in this thing. Yep. Alright, it's safe to say all the varnish is off because every single bit of this is coming through the exact same. Oh, I'm so glad to be done with sanding. And, right, I'm going to say something right now. Sorry, 1 second. I'm currently working in 22-degree heat, hence why that little section there is already drying. It is roasting in the shed right now, but I'm so glad I got this done. Right then, I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to trace the template onto it, and then send it to Cryge and see what he thinks. So, let me do all that, and I will talk to you soon. Well, with me rough cutting everything out, clearly Cryche liked what I'd managed to do. I took him a load of photos in here after I'd drawn the template on, and as I was packing up after that point, I leant it up against the wall near my house and came back in here to grab some stuff, and as I walked back I saw it in the natural light and I'm like, I need to snap another photo and send this to him like now. We've managed to capture so much of the figurine and I cannot be happier. One thing I did have, now you'll notice that extra little piece that I glued on there. Some of the original edge of this table, so this bit here, was in my way. I thought it was going to be a little bit of an overhang, but it meant that I wasn't able to draw the last bit of the top horn. But what I did was, as you saw, I got a piece of wood from the other side that had a very close figurine, and it's currently drying, so I've got some wood glue on there. There is going to be a glue joint, but once I fill it with some sawdust and wood glue, it will basically disappear. That's the same thing I did on the top on my Great Guitar build off last year. You can't even tell where I broke it. The other thing you saw me do, I started cutting the headstock template out. So here we have it. This is the headstock. Now, as you can tell, this is very thick. Like, that is literally the thickness of a headstock already. So this is going to have to be surface routed down. We have altered the design ever so slightly, so where this comes up, we brought it in a little bit just to make it a bit more streamlined. But I've managed to match the figurine on the top of the head there, which, as you'll see from this, it matches the figurine that's on the top and bottom horns there. So that's going to look amazing. Interesting little fact for you. When I cut the headstock template out, this little piece here broke off and revealed that this table was joined with a biscuit joiner. Something interesting that I found out. Now, with the amount of excess that I have, there is so much nice grain in it, there is so much nice figurine in it, I couldn't bring myself to not use it. So I have cut some of that excess with a really nice figurine. I've cut some of that out. That's going to be on my socials. So they're all linked down below, so make sure you follow me. Trust me, you're going to want to keep up to date on this. I saw the figurine and I had to utilise it in some way, shape or form, and I'm really proud of what I've done. I'm going to have to surface write it down, so that's going to be interesting. Also in the description, there is now the link to my profile on the Great Guitar Build Off website. So whereas last year when you put the link in there, it sent you to the forum, it was a really long process to find my profile. Well, this year, literally, you just click that link, straight opens my profile, has all my information, and it also has the information for the two charities I've chosen to support. So you've got Crimson's Guitar, School of Luthery, and Jesse's Fund. If you click on those two charities, gives you information about them, tells you how you can help me raise money for it. So please follow the links down below. That's all I have now. In regards to the top, is pretty much done. This is as rough cut as I want to do it, because I need to work on the body blank. And thankfully, I now have the body blank on order. As of recording this, it is on its way to me, so hopefully when the video goes live, I should have it. For now, looks like I got a lot of cleanup to do, because I've got so much sawdust and random offcuts and wood everywhere. So, see you all very soon.